All right, my friend. So I brought you here today because I wanted to talk about the decision that I made to refund my purchase of Black Myth Wukong. First, I want to say that I'm very happy to see that Black Myth Wukong is doing very well. There's a lot of interest in this game. It is doing very well over on Steam. Do not let my decision to return this game affect your opinion in any way. My reasons are very specific, and I'm going to go ahead and go over those with you right now. But Black Myth Wukong on my AMD 7900 XTX is just not the experience that I think I deserve for the price that I paid for this game. Now, I want to kind of go over some of this stuff because I want you to understand that this isn't just some knee-jerk reaction. I only put an hour and 3 minutes into the game, and there was enough in that hour and 3 minutes. I uploaded 49 minutes of it to the internet for you guys to see what was going on. And after much consideration and pondering the experience that I was having yesterday or today while at work, it just came to me. I was like, dude, I'm not happy with this game, and I do not feel like this is something that I want to play in its current state, let alone spend that money on it. Now, if you guys have been at the channel for a while, you guys know that I am a massive Ubisoft fan. I absolutely love their open world games. So I've decided to put that money that was on Black Myth Wukong toward my pre-order of Star Wars Outlaws. Yes, you heard that right. I got to buy 2 copies of it. My daughter is head over heels for freaking Star Wars. She loves this game and she definitely wants it. So I'm buying 2 copies of this, one for Xbox and one for the PC. So that, yes, that did kind of factor in. I was like, well, you know, if I just refund this, then I can put that there too. So I mean, that did have, you know, I mean, that probably pushed it over the edge. It wasn't the exact reason, but it did definitely push that decision over the edge. So now I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, so that no more suspense, no more waiting for me to blah, blah, blah. So when I first started the game, I got through the first part. It crashed on me. I had to redo that whole thing again. So that was like one strike, you know. It's like, all right, you know, some games have bugs, whatever. But I mean, I guess you could say maybe some of this stuff is being a little bit hard on a brand new developer like GameScience. This has nothing to, I mean, this is not like something to like punish them or be mean to them or to, but there's just things that I noticed within that first hour. The combat just doesn't feel weighty. It just feels like I'm just like, I can't really explain it. I guess maybe if you've played a game called Biomutant, you'd kind of understand that like the combat just feels rather, I don't know, dated. It just doesn't feel like it's connecting or doing anything, or like I'm just waiting for like some other sensation or something to happen, and it's just never there. The dodge mechanic is my biggest thing, honestly. It feels so sloppy and so out of tune. It doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel balanced. And when I'm fighting, you know, some of these creatures, you know, like the boss fights and stuff, like the regular people so far have been fine, whatever. But I get in these like, so I went and I fought this after I stopped recording yesterday. I went down this other route and I like went to grab this thing off the ground, and there turned out to be this monster that like poisoned you. And you know, I'm just like, okay, so how do I get rid of the poison? Like, what happens? Like, what am I supposed to do? How do I cure this? How do I? And before I could even figure anything out, like my character's already like dead. So I'm like, all right, well that sucks. I'm not going over there to fight that dude anymore. And so then I went off another way, and there's like this giant baby walking around, and that dude hit me like twice and killed me. And I'm like, and I'm trying to like dodge and move, and I don't like games that feel inconsistent. Now, I grew up in a time where we played Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden, when you got your butt whooped, it was because you messed up. You made a mistake. You didn't do something right. And to play a game, I love games that look beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like Black Myth Wukong is an absolutely beautiful game, and if it was $20, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd be like, yeah, dude, because then I can enjoy it for the visuals. But for $60 to sit and gawk at visuals and not have a fulfilling experience within the first hour, that to me, guys, really just, for me, it's not clicking. It's not working. Now I played the demo of Final Fantasy and I'm like, gosh, this feels incredible. And then I go right over to Black Myth Wukong from that game. And not only that, guys, it took like an extra half hour just for me to even get into the game. I literally had to delete it and re-download it just for me to get in because it didn't go live right in time. And, you know, just a lot of things kind of piled on. And I'm just like, I would much rather play a game like Star Wars Outlaws. I would much rather play a game like Final Fantasy 16 again. There's so many other games that are coming out that I would much rather focus my time and energy on. Now, I know that Black Myth Wukong is a super popular game right now, and I could be mass farming a lot of clicks off of this content right now, but I don't feel like, if my heart's not in it, why cover it? I mean, it's kind of like that, you know, it's kind of like with Stellar Blade. I'm getting the same kind of feeling that I got with Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade felt mushy, it felt inconsistent, it didn't feel good. And when I play a good action game, I'm thinking I want Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I want Devil May freaking Cry. I want these games to feel good. When I hit the dodge button, I want my character to move. I don't want it to like stand there. And when I go to use the heavy attack, it's like I push the button and he's like, and then I have to push it again and he's like, and then you hold it, push it and hold it and stuff, and then he like finally does the move. I hate how inconsistent that feels. I hate it. Like it's like my attacks are weak, and then the one strong. I'm not gonna put the effort into learning that because, frankly, there's just other stuff I'd rather play. I'd rather, you know, go sit on the PlayStation 5 and play some, you know, racing games on the Thrustmaster T248, or spend my time in something else than sitting there trying to learn the mechanics of this game. I know this sounds dumb, but guys, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know, I get to, you go through the game and you're fighting all these things, and it's like the difficulty ramps and stuff are just, you know, it kind of feels like it's very unbalanced and, you know, kind of just slapped together, if I'm being honest. And, you know, I know that, like, man, I've grown up. I've played games for a very long time, and you know, I know that we as a gaming community put a lot of value on visuals, and you know, and I'm the same way. I do, but I'm just, you know, if we're being honest, I mean, Black Myth Wukong does have a lot of visual quirks that can look good sometimes, but then they can look very bad in others. Like when I'm fighting and it just looks all blurry and fuzzy, and I don't know, my friends. I know last night I'm playing the game and I'm sitting there, yeah, I'm going to keep this just for this or this and this. And then I started thinking about the experience and how I had absolutely zero desire to come home and play that game today. I mean, seriously, guys, like my mind wasn't even thinking about Black Myth Wukong. It wasn't thinking about getting past the little freaking, the next boss. It wasn't thinking about exploring any more of that game. It was seriously on, like, thinking about Star Wars Outlaws. I've been thinking about Star Wars Outlaws. I want to play that game. That game looks absolutely incredible to me. I'm a big Ubisoft fan. I love their open worlds, and I can't wait to get that pre-ordered, downloaded, and ready to go on my PC. So, yeah, guys. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Another factor is obviously you know, being cut out of features, you know, for choosing AMD as my GPU. That kind of sucks. I wish that the optimization would have been a lot better. They didn't even bother to put FSR 3.1 in this game. So, yeah, man, if I'm stuck having to use an upscaler just to get good performance, I would rather have something that's a little bit better and a little bit farther along, like FSR. It's like they don't even care about the AMD guys. So, yeah, man, I don't need to pay the money to play their games. So, all right, guys, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm the dumbest freaking video game player in the world, or if you think what I'm saying kind of makes sense. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.